is Esteban. This video is related to the segment 2 of CS50 course, BreakOut. The first work was add a power-up class to the game that spawns the power-up. First, I've generated the quad for the power-up's graphics in util.lua at line 141. And in main.lua I generate the keyframes, line 70. In source directory I've created the power-up class. Consequently, in dependencies.lua at line 30 I've required the power-up class. We'll take a look to the class file. In unit function I establish all the attributes for the class, the skin, the timer, etc. In collides, I check if the power-up touch the target variable. In this case, the paddle, as we'll see later. For close the class, in update function, I check if the timer is reached. Here. If it wasn't, update the timer accept attribute, otherwise the timer was achieved. At line 75, if the user didn't reach the power-up with the paddle, and it was the key power-up, I restarted the timer attribute. Here. Otherwise, you lost the power-up. For multiple balls, I've created a new class named balls.lua. Later, I think that it isn't necessary, and with a table variable should be enough, but I did it in the first way. In new class, balls.lua, I create a table for store the balls and generate the first ball. Then I add two methods, add balls and remote balls, whose names explain its function. Now, in playstate.lua, at line 42-44, I insert to the power-ups table the new power-up object. Notice that number 9 refers to multiple balls power-up. This number 9. In update function, at line 75, I update all the power-ups present in the table. At line 244, if power-up collides with the paddle, I create two additional balls using the new class I mentioned before. The second exercise was grow and swing the paddle. In playstate.lua at line 33, I've modified the segment for recovery points because this case a continuous life win and paddle grow when you lose the ball. At line 126, if the player reaches recover point, the paddle grows up. Thus, change the skin and the paddle width. At line 219, if the player lost the ball, before to change to the server state, the paddle shrink not less than 1 and adjust the paddle width to collide. The third exercise was key power up. In util.lua at line 63, to add the key brick, I use the less function with the 24 position, and then insert the brick key in the table. Then in levelmaker.lua, I've used the key brick present global variable to decide if include the key brick or not. At line 129, if this variable is true, I replace one random brick for the key 1 with the tier attribute to 21 and color to 1. Now in playstate.lua at line 46, if keybrick is present, I create the power-up key and set picked key to false. Then, in update function at 243, if power-up collides with the paddle and it was the key 1, I establish the pick key attribute to true. With this, at line 112, I test if the picked key is true to hit the brick or not. To finish the feature implementation, in break.lua, in the hit function, at line 108, I've checked if the tier was equal to 21, and then I established in play 2 false. And that's all. Now we'll see a demonstration. That's all. I hope to see you on next assignment. Goodbye.